You'll check these guys out and see how they're eating an armyworm. Is that not the coolest thing ever? I've been noticing these little guys in my garden, and these are soldier bugs, stink bugs, whatever you want to call them. And they are beneficial. I've been learning as much as I can about these stink bugs because there's so many different varieties. I've been seeing so many different kinds. And I want to make sure when I'm out here that I'm picking off the bad pests and their eggs and I'm not killing the good ones. And as I've learned about these soldier bugs, stink bugs, I've honestly killed a few on accident because I didn't know. Every day, y'all, I'm learning something new. And as an organic gardener, I think it's so important to know the bugs in your garden, the good ones and the bad ones, to know what the eggs look like. See this little guy here. This is a spined stink bug, and it's also beneficial. You see it's got little spikes on the side. This is another one over here. Trying to run away from me. Let's see if we can pick him up. Notice how he has little spikes on the side. So yeah, this is one of the good guys. You want this little guy in your garden. We'll put him back. The way these little guys feed is kind of creepy, but fascinating, is that they suck the juices out of their prey. So that's what those little guys were doing, is they were sucking the juices out of that armyworm and killing it, which is exactly what I need out here, y'all. I feel like I'm pretty much on top of the armyworm thing, and especially now that I have these little guys helping me in the garden, which I didn't have last year because I was spraying neem oil and BT. Things that, yes, can kill the bad pests, but they also kill the good stuff. Last year I had bad bugs, but I wasn't seeing any good bugs at all. And I've been learning about these eggs. So the eggs of the spined stink bug are kind of a gray color, and they're spiky. They kind of have a spiky appearance to them. Generally they're gray, but I've seen other colors. I think they're pretty easy to spot compared to the marmorated stink bug that I think a lot of people have been having issues with. Their eggs are kind of a white color, barrel-shaped, and all in a group. They don't have the little spiky things on them like the beneficial stink bug's eggs do. But I was so excited to see those stink bugs helping me out and eating that armyworm. So fascinating. I'm seeing more and more beneficial stink bugs than I would say I'm seeing. Ooh, spiderweb. Not as many as the bad ones. But I still have a lot of learning to do, y'all. If you're an organic gardener, I highly encourage you to learn the bugs in your area. That way you can really spot out the helpers in your garden. I haven't been able to properly identify these black stink bugs. I do know they are a stink bug, I just don't know what kind they are. I'm trying to see if I can find that little black one again. Those little black ones have been hanging out in groups. There he is. Here's another one. What are you doing? Are you a different bug? What are you? Yeah, I don't know what you are. I'm going to make a note of that. He also looks like some sort of little soldier bug, doesn't he? Now the nymphs of these guys, the beneficial ones and the ones that will eat your plants, I've been having a hard time telling the difference. See if y'all can see the difference. I'm still trying to learn it here, trying to figure it out, because I want to make sure I'm not squishing the good stuff in the garden. I thought I saw an armyworm over here, but oh yeah, I see it. We'll get that one to the chickens. Here, girl. Eat that. Tasty little treat. But yeah, they've been especially all over this plant here. See them? They're kind of pretty. They're like a pearly black, kind of greenish black. That's interesting. Well, I'm a little nervous to pick these ones up, y'all. I know they don't bite, but I'm still a little nervous. Yeah, it's kind of like a greenish, ooh, greenish black. Real pretty with the red. But I'm quite interested to see how it will go next year, since I haven't been spraying anything. If there will be even more of a balance next year as far as the good versus bad pests in my garden. There's one more beneficial stink bug that I haven't seen in my garden. They're called a rough stink bug. I'll put the scientific name below here. But you can confuse those pretty easy with the marmorated stink bug. But if you see the differences, the marmorated definitely has a smoother appearance on its back, and the rough one has kind of spikes at the front. Don't want to squish those rough ones either, because they'll eat your bugs for you. These soldier stink bugs, the beneficial ones, they're kind of like my armored knights in the garden. Is that cheesy? I'm just gonna call them my armored knights. They're here to the rescue. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go in. I wasn't even gonna do this little video today, but I was so excited to show y'all my findings in the garden that I had to do a video. I'm gonna show you one more thing that we got today, and then I need to go make dinner. Aren't they the cutest? Those are bourbon red heritage breed turkey poults. I just went to go pick them up in the mail this morning, and they're adorable. If you haven't been watching for long, but we used to have 11 turkeys, bourbon red. So yeah, when they were old enough to go in with the chickens, well, Fox was able to figure out how to get into that chicken run and scattered the majority of them. And we only were able to get 3 back. And he also massacred a couple chickens along the way. It was awful. And interesting thing about foxes, we never really found the bodies of those turkeys. And we learned that foxes bury the prey that they kill, and they come back for it later. That's why they'll just come in, massacre everything that they can, oftentimes leave, take one if they can, and then they'll come back, and they'll take all those bodies and bury them, and then they know where they are for when they're ready to feed. Kind of interesting. But anyway, we had to replace those turkeys, so that's what those little guys are. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go in and make some dinner. I think I might make some homemade pizza. We'll see you next time.